Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It feels so weird to say that. I have missed you guys so much. My most recent video I filmed a while ago, so I haven't gotten to talk to you guys in a while and I just miss you. Thank you so much for all the sweet comments on my last video. I read every single one of them and they made my heart so happy. I don't know how to thank you enough, but I appreciate you guys so much. Today we have an exciting video. As you can tell by the title, I have a bit of a book haul. I have a couple more books right here. I'm not gonna hold them all up because that never ends well, but these are just some books I've gotten since the last time I did a book haul. So some of them are recent, some of them are not, some are new releases, and we are just gonna go through them together. A lot of these I got on Amazon. I've mentioned this before, but I use the app Fetch, which lets you scan any receipt from any store and you get points, and then once you get enough points, you can redeem them for gift cards. So they have like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Sephora, Lululemon, anything you can think of, they will have it. And I'll put my referral code on the screen. If you guys use my code, you get points to start out with, and then you guys can redeem your points and get gift cards too. I always get Amazon gift cards and then use them to buy books. That's why I have been able to get so many books. Obviously, this isn't sponsored. I am just so happy that this is a thing we can do. Without further ado, we are gonna get started. I have Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This book clearly has won so many awards, like, hello. I love going into my books blind, which is a common theme throughout my videos. So I'm not gonna give you guys a whole rundown on what every book is about because I feel like most people like going into their books blind. It has a sequel, which that one I didn't know. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone read the sequel, but I've heard people absolutely love this book. It's basically a story about friendship. It's two boys who meet and then they kind of go through life together, it looks like, and they deal with whatever hurdles are thrown at them. It just looks so sweet. And again, I've heard so many good things. So this one I'm really excited to read. Then we're gonna do a complete 180. I have Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. I loved this cover. Something about it. It's so fun. That doesn't seem like the right word. It's literally blood all over an umbrella. But I read the back of this book very briefly, and basically what I've gathered is it's about a guy who drives his Mercedes into a crowd of people and kills them. Like, that can't be the only plot. I'm actually really excited to read this. I don't know why. I haven't read a Stephen King book in a really long time. I think it's actually almost been a full year. I read Billy Summers and I absolutely loved it. I've said this before. I like mystery, I like thriller, but I do not do well with horror. So we'll see how this goes. I have a few other Stephen King books on my radar that I don't own, but I want to, like The Institute. I know there's another one. I can't think of it right. Oh, The Fairy Tale. The Fairy Tale. One of those. Both of those books I am dying to get my hands on because they're more thriller, less horror, and I love Stephen King's writing. Kind of on a similar note to that, I have The Coworker by Frida McFadden. This book is about a woman who doesn't show up to work one day and her coworkers are kind of worried about her, and it seems as though she's gone missing and she was being targeted by someone. I absolutely adore Frida McFadden and her writing. I love her books so much. Her books are one of the only things in this world that I have found so far that can pull me out of a slump. So excited for this. Also, I feel like I haven't addressed the elephant in the room. Where the heck have I been? It has been a very busy past few months with school and life. I don't really know what to tell you guys. I have completely fallen off of reading. I think in the last 6-ish months that I've been gone, I think I've completed maybe a total of 3 or 4 books, which is great for some people. But for me and my reading habits, that is not that great. So I need book recs. I need book recs to get me out of a slump. I need book recs to get me back into reading something fast paced, something easy to stick with is what I need. I need something to really like grab me in and not let me go. Otherwise, I will put a book down, walk away, and I will not come back to it because I don't know, I just have not been in a reading mood, I guess. Book recs. Please and thank you. Next, I have Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher. This is the second book in the Lakefront Billionaire series. Why did I not take this off? Recently, I have been giving up on taking off the Target stickers because they're just so irritating. Anyways, this one, hello, this is so thick. This is literally as thick as like Harry Potter, which is insane. I'm actually in the middle of this one, which is crazy. I didn't know it was this big when I started reading it because I'm reading it on my Kindle. All I knew was that like 10 minutes would go by and my percentage wouldn't go up at all and it would drive me crazy, but I'm about 35-ish% of the way through this. It's about a single dad who has a live-in nanny and it kind of follows those two. Currently they're on vacation, so it's kind of got like summery vibes. They're in Hawaii, which maybe this will be like my final summer book. I don't know. I feel like I haven't read any summer books because I haven't been reading, but it has taken a long time to grasp my attention. Probably the entire first 30%, I was not very interested and I was picking it up very sporadically or like forcing myself to read it, which is never a good thing. Now I'm a little bit more hooked, still not entirely sure how I feel about this one. The next book I have isn't technically a book, but it's a journal. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is the cutest rose gold pink color. If you guys haven't seen this before, it's like a little reading journal where you can document your feelings about each book. Obviously, I haven't filled out any of the pages yet because I haven't been reading, but I am so excited to start reading again so that I can actually like add to this and fill it out. But it has like a little reading log so you can record your books by month, and then it has a spot where you can put your books that you want to read, which this I can definitely fill out. And then it has a reading list where you can put all the books that you have read. It has a bunch of pages like this where you can write the author, the genre, the title, how you like the book, and then it has like a couple questions that you can fill out and then just like your own thoughts. Which honestly, this will be so nice to like write in while I'm reading a book so that my thoughts for wrap-ups are so much more condensed and they actually make sense for once. I am so excited to use this. If you guys are interested, I'll put the link in my description box below, but you can get it on Amazon and I am so obsessed. It even comes with like these cutie little stickers, which I am so obsessed with. I love things like this. I love journaling and like scrapbooking. The next book I have is Nora Goes Off Script. This one is kind of an older book, I feel like. I think it was popular last summer and Haley Pham had so many good things to say about this. So it was on sale on Amazon when I was spending my gift card, so I picked it up. I have no idea what it's about. It seems like it's a mom and her husband get a divorce and her life basically falls apart and then her life is turned into a movie. That's what it's sounding like. I could be wrong. I didn't want to read the whole back because I don't really want to know what it's about, but it looks good. And it's also really short. Like, especially if you compare it to this one, it's like maybe a quarter of the size. So this might be a good book to pick up and get me reading. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think about this book if you've read it. The next book I got simply because of a YouTuber, I think this was from Destiny, is Vacation Wars. I really like the cover. It's like a cute little postcard and it seemed fun and summery at the time when I bought this. I think it was April, maybe March, May, I don't know. Obviously I haven't read it and summer is almost over. Basically it's about two sisters and they kind of made a pact where one of them is getting married and the other one was like, I have to find my soulmate by the time of your wedding or else. And now it is her wedding and they're in Greece. And her sister is determined to find her a man. Could be cute. I like weddings in books. Something about them, they are so fun. I have been loving all things wedding recently. Don't get any ideas, but I just think they're so pretty and fun and I love reading about them. So then finally, I have The Ballad of Never After. Hello, what have I been doing? This is the second book of the Once Upon a Time series, trilogy, whatever you want to call it. This one finally came out in paperback, so obviously I had to get it. I read Once Upon a Broken Heart a long time ago. Probably a year ago at this point, so I don't even really remember what it's about, but I remember absolutely loving it and completely eating it up. The next book I have, I'm actually really excited for, and that's Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. This is the second book in the Scythe, oh my gosh, I can never say this word right and then you guys make fun of me in the comments. This is the second book in the Scythe series. This is a series about a world, I think it's only like 20 years into the future, where we have conquered death. No one dies of hunger, no one dies from disease, whatever, we have conquered death. And so there's scythes that go around, keep the population under control by eliminating some of the people, deleting them. Bye, delete. That's what the first book is about. And there are two people training kind of like neck and neck to be a scythe and only one of them can win. And then the other one has to delete the loser basically. And I think there's like a bit of a romance between them. I'm so excited to read this. Then I went to Target and I got two books completely randomly. Haven't heard anything about them. The first one I got is Unsteady. This one, since getting it, I've seen a little bit about it. I'm pretty sure it's a hockey romance, which is so fun. I am starting to really like sports romances. He gets panic attacks from a hockey accident he's had before, and she witnesses one of his panic attacks, and then they kind of have like a mutual understanding, which I love when mental health struggles are represented in the male character, because I feel like that doesn't happen as often, and it's kind of nice to see it not always being the woman. Then I picked up Night Shift. I love the cover. I love how it's pink and it looks so cute. I'm just gonna read this top little blurb. It says, when a college bookworm and the campus basketball star share a sexy encounter in the library stacks, things get complicated. It's a little college romance, which is always fun. Wattpad books. Love a good Wattpad book. Then I have this Lucy Score book. It's called The Dead Guy Next Door, although I'm not sure if this is the first in that series. I honestly don't know. The next one I have is Feel the Fire by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I'm still in the middle of the Addicted Callaway series. Genuinely, I have no idea what I left off on. I don't know if this is the next one I have to read, or if I have another one in between this and the last book I read. And then the very last book I have is The Housemaid is Watching by Frida McFadden. I absolutely adore this series. This is the third and the last, I'm pretty sure. Each book kind of ends in a way that is wrapped up nicely with a bow. Like, you don't need another book, so I'm excited and curious to see what this is about. Absolutely stoked to read this. Like I said, Frida McFadden's books go by so fast. They're so easy to read, and they are so fun and thrilling. You're not necessarily reading it for the literature, because typically in thriller books, I feel like the language is very simple and plain, but you're more so reading it for the plot. And Frida McFadden does a great job with that. So those are all the books I have today. If you guys have any book recs, please let me know. If you ever want to send me a book, my Amazon wish list is always in the link below. Never feel like you have to, but if you do, please leave like your Instagram handle or some way that I can contact you and say thank you, because I am always so appreciative when you guys do that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you so much. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys so soon in my next one. Bye.